today's session we are going to learn about looping statements which are present in Java. Selection statements we have already seen with if, else and switch case, but now we have to learn on looping. So looping statements are what? Looping statements are those which help to repeat a certain set of statements again and again till a condition is true. When the condition turns out to be false, it immediately exits. There are three types of looping statements: while, do, while and for. Right? And presently in this session we are going to learn on while. While is an entry control loop. How? If we look at its syntax, it is while, condition and then statements, whatever statements are given. So this means if the condition is not true, it will not allow you to enter inside. So it's just like a gatekeeper who will first of all check your ID. If you are valid, you can go inside a building, otherwise you are not allowed. Similar is the case with while. So let's see one or two programs on while. The first program that we can see is to print first 10 natural numbers. So let's see how do we do it. This is public static void main string args, and here we are going to keep a variable because the program is clear cut in its concept that you have to print first and natural numbers, so we do not have to take any input from the user. While I is less than equal to 10, system.out.println I, then I plus plus. What's happening here? I is less than equal to 10 is a true condition because 1 is less than equal to 10. It will come inside and 1 will be printed on the screen. After that, I plus plus, though it is a post increment operator, but while going upwards towards while, it will automatically turns out to be 2. 2 is less than equal to 10 is a true condition. Again 2 will be printed below it. Then I plus plus becomes 3. 3 less than equal to 10 again is a true condition. 3 will also be printed. Then 4, 5 and so on. When it prints 10, ultimately I plus plus becomes 11. 11 less than equal to 10 is a false condition. So it will come outside the loop. Right? Now if suppose a question is given, first of all let's see how this runs. The BlueJ sometimes hangs up with Java interpreter. We'll see the outputs later. You can run these programs on your systems to get the outputs. They are very simple and you will get the outputs. Now suppose we have to print first 20 odd numbers in reverse order. So I'll have to keep I with 20 and I have to print it in reverse order till it reaches 1. So I'll be writing I is greater than equal to 1. Right, but I cannot write here 20, it's better to write 19. 19 is greater than equal to 1 is a true condition, so that 19 can be immediately printed. We can also decrease it with 2. I minus is equal to 2 means from 19 subtract 2 you get 17, the other odd number. 17 is greater than equal to 1, 17 will be printed. Then 17 minus 2, 15. 15 will also be printed and so on till all the odd numbers are printed on the screen. Right? So then let's see how to print a table of a number. Let's look at a program in which we have to enter a number and print its table. So to print its table, what we are going to do? We are going to write here a class public static void main In this case, we will be importing java.util since we have to enter a number which the user will give, for which a table is required. We will write here import java.util.star. Scanner will be declared. System.in. Then with system.out.println, we will say enter a number. sc.nextInt. And we need one more variable I, because in order to print a table we need to run a loop from 1 till 10. So while I is less than equal to 10, we can write here system.out.println. N will be printed. Then if we want the multiplication symbol, we can write that plus I plus equal to plus n into I. N into I will multiply it with I. Then with I plus plus, I will increase and it will become 2. Taking 2 again, it will go back to the while loop. 2 is less than equal to 10. Again it will come inside and it will print there. Like suppose if n is 5, so 5 into 2 is equal to 5 into 2 will be actually multiplied to give you the answer 10. This will continue till the value of I becomes 10, so that the last value comes out to be 5 into 10 is equal to 50. So this is the program on table of a number. And this I am doing on BlueJ because the font size on TextPad has not increased as such as I wanted. Then if with right click I am taking here void main, and here it's asking a number from me. I am giving here suppose 6 and I am getting the entire table of 6 here, right? So we have seen two programs. One is to print first and natural numbers. One is to print first odd numbers, 20 odd numbers. And if suppose we have to enter a number and print its factorial, in that case what we are going to do, I am writing here the class name as fact. And here my class name is present already, public class fact. We will take the number from the user using scanner. We will import here java.util.star, and then here we have got public static void main. String args. With scanner, we are going to take the input. System.in, as you people know, is a keyboard. Int n will be declared and f is 1. In f we are going to calculate the factorial. So first let's take n. After taking the value of n from the user, we are going to calculate its factorial. So we will run a loop while n is greater than 0. Why I am using this condition? Because I want that suppose user has given me 5 in n, so it will be 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That means it will keep on decreasing and multiplying with the value of f. F is equal to f into n minus minus. And outside the loop you can print one final answer which will be present in f. Now how this runs, how is it calculating? While n greater than 0 means, suppose user has given us 5, 5 is greater than 0. F was 1, 1 into 5 will become how much? 5. This 5 value is being given to F. So now the value of F has changed, it has become 5. N minus minus may, n was initially 5, now it has become 4. 4 is greater than 0 is a true condition, it will come inside. F was already 5 previously, so 5 into 4 will become 20. This value of 20 will again be given to F. Now F has changed. N minus minus will become 3, 3 is greater than 0. F already was now 20, 20 into 3 is now 60. Then n minus minus will become 3. Okay, sorry, it will become 2. 2 is greater than 0. F was already 60. 60 into 2 will now become how much? 120. N minus minus will become 1. 1 is greater than 0 is a true condition. F was 120. 120 into 1 is now 120. N minus minus will ultimately become 0. Taking this, it will go to the while where 0 is greater than 0 is a false condition. So whatever product at the last is stored in F, that will be printed outside the loop. So when we run this, see the other method is saying that the method that can be used in factorial is, presently what we were doing, we were destroying the value of n to 0. Now if we can do a program in which we keep on incrementing, like 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5, where n will be the limit till 5. So we will be declaring here a variable I is equal to 1, and our loop will be just the opposite of it, I less than equal to n. I was 1 and it has to reach up till the value of n. So we will be writing a f is equal to f into I and I plus plus. So how it works? F was 1, I is also 1, 1 into 1 is 1, which will be stored in F. I plus plus will become 2, 2 is less than equal to 5, yes. F was how much? It was already 1, 1 into 2 is 2. Now this 2 value will again be given to F. I plus plus becomes 3, 3 less than equal to 5, yes. F was already 2, 2 into 3 will now become 6. Then I plus plus becomes 4, 4 less than equal to 5, yes. F was how much? 6, 6 into 4 will now become 24. I plus plus 5, 5 less than equal to 5, yes. F was 24, 24 into 5 will give us 120. I plus plus will become 6 also, 6 less than equal to 5 is a false condition. So outside the loop 120 will be the final answer. Right, so these were the two methods of using it. So hope this much is clear. We have seen two programs on series, and we have seen one table program and two methodologies of using or calculating a factorial of a number. Now we'll be meeting in the next session with other types of programs like series, sum of series programs. Till then, keep practicing with this. Thank you.